Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this magnificent Monday here in Connecticut. Overcast, looks like it's going to snow. Who cares? Double C's abound and life is good, baby. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Shakes, guys, they're just slurs. Okay, let me get to it. Let me do 10 single-handed kettlebell swings. And we will, let me honk, and we'll get talking about it. What do Vacchiano and Broyle say about that for warm-up? Actually, guys, I know exactly what Vacchiano and Broyles would say if they saw that for warm-up. They would say, Vacchiano, Salmo, what the hell are you doing? And Broyles would say, hey, stick it up your ass and fart. I don't care as long as it smells good. As long as it sounds good. I'm sorry. As long as it sounds good. A little Freudian nonsense there. Anyway, yeah, I had a student email me the other day. I'm trying to get shakes on B's on top of the staff. What do I do? Guys, it's just a slur. That's all it is. Those licks that I played, the slurs that I played, are in the Arbin book. Because of the different editions, to give you the page would be immaterial, but it's right in the slurs. It's number 23 and 24 on the slurs. Now in the 24, you notice, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, you can go back and look. They are actually triplets. I did not play them as triplets. I played them as 2/16 notes and an eighth. And Jerry wanted me to do it that way. That was his idea, to give more snap to the compression. See, it's not triplets, but anyway, just so you know. Just so you know that I know I was not playing rhythm wrong. Anyway, guys, the thing about shakes, the thing about slurs, you have to be very, very careful, especially if you're a newbie to all this, okay? And that is, you can't be stretching. You can't do that. See, I lost it. See, the chops are barely moving. It's done with the tongue. It's done with the tongue. And the tongue is barely moving. Barely moving at all. Okay? Now, you can't stretch, and you can't get back into the Claude Gordon type of thing, the arch with the syllable da 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 yad. Very, very easy to do. Okay? And you have to be careful, because any amount of time playing it those two ways, either stretching or, well, they go hand in hand. If you're doing the arch Claude Gordon E syllable, you're going to stretch. There's no question about it. Okay? Now, if you're going to do it that way, guys, it's just, all we've ever talked about, you have to play correctly. You have to do these correctly. Okay? Now, as you go higher, the tendency is to stretch and let the tongue go back too. Even though you're still producing the tone, and once you lose that grip and it starts to go back, you're going to be stretching, you're going to be arching the tongue to make it work, and you do 5 minutes of that and you're in trouble. Okay? Now, like everything else, what do? When you start, you just do it slow. Make sure the technique is right. And after that, it starts popping, and you're off to the races. You're off to the races. Okay. Maynard had great ones. Maynard had awesome ones. They were just so compressed. It was awesome. Horst Fisher had great ones. You know who had great ones? These are interesting. If you ever, and I'll try to look for it, maybe put it down below. It's really not worth it. Snooky Young had the weirdest ones. He used to take the trumpet and try to make the shake with his hands, but he would shake sideways, and the shake was up and down, which was incredibly weird. But Lord knows Snooky played a few things correctly in his day. I should do a video on him. Now, he's another one I don't know that much about, but, you know, I could analyze his chops. But anyway, guys, shakes are just lip slurs done quicker, done, you know, on different, you know. I mean, you can do octaves if you want. I mean, that can be done if it's locked in. Now, you will notice as you get more locked in, as you get more relaxed, it's like the space between, and maybe it's all psychological because we're all dealing with feel. The space between an octave C and a double C just seems to get closer and closer and closer. And all of a sudden, yes, you can do, you know, minor second shakes, major second shakes, third shakes, fourth shakes. They just pop out. Okay? Make sure it's packed in. When I'm talking packed in, I'm talking about the tongue. Firm against the lips, and especially as you go higher, when the tendency is to let the grip go a little bit. The minute there's just a little crack in the foundation, boom, you're going to be lost. So force yourself. Force yourself. Number one, take it slow. Number two, stay in your happy zone for the time being. It's just the same thing we do with everything else. And if the nanosecond you feel yourself starting to crash, starting to let go, stop, spit, buzz, reset. Okay? I think the other aspect of trumpet playing would be multiple tonguing. Okay? Where it is so important that you stop, spit, buzz, and reset. Because if the tongue isn't correct, and it's very easy to get off with the incorrect tongue, with the multiple tongue. I'm getting off the subject here. But also with the slur. So if let's say your happy zone is up to a G. You feel comfortable up to G above high C. When you're doing these exercises, once you start going above a high C, just zoom in on what your tongue is doing. And the minute it gets off, stop, spit, buzz, reset. I'm not saying you can't go up and shake on a G if you got it. Make sure it's right. Very, very important, because the nature of the beast is it's going to get you off stretching and the tongue going back and arched and all that sort of stuff very, very quickly if it's not right. All right? Give me your comments down below. And also, guys, I offer this to a lot of you, and a lot of you are taking advantage of it. Guys, if you have a question and you don't necessarily take lessons with me, if you give me a 30-second video, what do you think of this, Ralph? I'll get back to you. It'll just be a little 30-second email. Sounds good. Keep up the good work. You need more pop above. I can analyze stuff. As I told you Friday, it's so important that you hear it. Guys, I've trained myself to hear it. I can listen to one scale, and I can say, good, keep doing what you're doing. Not so much. The B and the C, let go, whatever the case may be. So if you want to do that, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. And I'll tell you what, There seems to be very subtle, but it seems to be that when we're going towards the summer, it looks like this whole COVID thing is going to calm down. And as soon as it does, guys, I'm going back to my full $40 for a half an hour lesson. So if you want the cheap rate, I'm still getting 20 bucks. And that goes for everybody. Rank beginner, comeback player, seasoned professional. I have them all. I'm very, very busy now. But, yeah, you're not going to beat 20 bucks. I'm telling you. Once they go back to work, man, you're not going to see 20 bucks again. All right? So, anyway, that is that. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power, and we'll have a great week. Love you all.